Good morning. This is week 31. It is Friday, an active rest day. I'm about to go for either, I don't know yet, 30 minutes or an hour walk. I really want to do an hour, but I'm also a little behind. I have a few errands to run in like 2.5 hours. That sounds crazy because if I only walk for an hour, that still leaves me an hour and a half to like kind of get ready. Okay, I don't know. I'm either gonna walk for 60 minutes a day or 30 minutes, one of the two. But I do have a pretty active day. Like I need to clean up, I need to fold laundry, so I will be moving around a lot throughout the day. I actually have no idea what this vlog is going to entail. I just know it's a new week, a new opportunity to go after my goals. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. I feel pretty good. I feel light. I feel strong. My body definitely needs today as like a rest day. I had thought about maybe going for a 2-mile jog on the treadmill, and then I was like, nope, you deserve, like, recovery is important as well, so let me just chill out today. I probably will throw in a few pull-ups because that's what I do when I can. And yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I get to talking, I be chatty. Yep, that's what today is. I'll see y'all tomorrow for hopefully a full body lift. Okay. Good morning. I feel like there's much to discuss. Today is a strength training day. At this point, I'm on a gym tour. I'm just going to different gyms apparently. But you guys have seen this gym before. This is the gym that I signed up for when I first moved into my new place. I want to head there today to get in hopefully an amazing lift because I was asleep, like slumped by 9 p.m. last night. And I woke up at like 4:45 this morning and I stayed up for like 30 minutes or an hour. I went back to sleep until 7. So what's that? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I got like 9 hours of sleep. I'm ready. So that's how you know like I'm grown now. I'm making grown decisions because I'm more worried about going to sleep and getting good rest for my lift than I am about like staying up to watch a show. Like I didn't watch BMF yesterday. I didn't watch The Shot. I was just like, I'm feeling sleepy. I know how to get up in the morning. I really want to be well rested. Let me take my butt to sleep, and I sure did. But also it was storming, so I think that helped me to sleep well too. I was reading a book and I was like, you know what? This book ain't even worth fighting my sleep for. Good night. So I woke up very well rested this morning. We'll discuss how July went towards the end of this video because today is only the 26th, so we have a few more days. We'll also discuss my August fitness goals. I do want to touch on form because I see this so much. Oh my goodness. It stresses me. I see this so much on social media. I'm here to help. That's all I want to do. I want to be impactful. I want to educate. I want to help. And at some point, it got to stop. It's got to stop. So I'll talk about that. Actually, I guess I can do it right now. So I'll just give you an example. Let me show you what I see. Y'all know, first and foremost, I can't stand a sumo squat. I don't. Not with a dumbbell, not like this. I don't understand the point. You can't even get a full range of motion. Everybody says glutes. It's not giving the glutes really what you think it's giving it. It's a quad dominant movement. And then the posture. Oh my goodness. So this is how I see the people doing it. Hold the dumbbell like this. Now there's so many things wrong with this. One, it's just literally you're not getting a full range of motion. For a full range of motion, a squat is typically going to look like this. You're going to come all the way up like a full range of motion. There is so much missing at the top of that movement. I don't understand, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for the neck positioning. This. I see it with everything. Oh my goodness. It can be Bulgarian split squats. Is this. You are straining the heck out of your neck, your back, and it's going to cause other issues. Like, it's straining your spine so bad, especially since you're doing heavy weight. Like, oh my goodness. What other movement do I see it in? RDLs. I see it in RDLs. Y'all stop right here. Like, what is this? Like, you're looking down and then you're not even completely up. You're still not getting a full range of motion. And then when you do go down, you're going down way too low. This causes strain on the back. Like, dumbbells are about to touch the ground. Are you doing stiff leg deadlifts or RDLs? I'm very much confused. On the Smith machine, I see a lot. Oh my goodness, I see this a lot. I'm not a fan of the Smith machine. That's just me. It's very much fixed. I'm not a fan. That's why you don't ever see me on this machine unless I have like no choice, I might, but I feel like there's always a choice. I'm just personally not a fan of the Smith machine. A lot of times when people are doing anything, whether it's reverse lunges, split squats, back squats, it's resting on their neck pretty much, and their head is just tilted down. When you're lifting, especially those type of lower body movements, your gaze should be a little far out from you. You want to keep a neutral head positioning. So this is crazy. Like today, even pay attention, if you want, to my RDLs or whatever I may end up doing that requires me to do a similar motion to one of the ones I just explained. You want to kind of be looking a little ways out at the floor. Even for squats, like back squats, I notice people say, look up, look up. You don't want to look up actually at the sky when you're pushing up. That's what you don't want to do. That can cause you to become a little unstable. It's also just not good posture. You want to keep a neutral spine. You're gazing at the floor out in front of you, not like this, not looking up. Like, this is crazy. This is going to cause you to drop your stomach forward and stick your butt out, which is going to be terrible on the back. Yeah, so I just want to talk about that because it came across, I'm sorry, sometimes I just wish I could like get off of that side of the fitness industry. And I know like people are still learning, I get it. These are one of those things that can cause serious injuries down the line. And so when you guys see or hear me get so passionate and like so fired up in these conversations, is because while it just may seem like something minor or something that's not that important right now, we're talking longevity. Like that's the difference between me and, ooh, I'm gonna sound like such a hater, but I promise you I'm not. Whereas I feel like a lot of influencers are just about aesthetics. And I'm tired, I'm so tired of just seeing and everything being about glutes. Like fitness is so much bigger than just about glutes. Oh my goodness. Like what about your overall health? And I know some people don't care. Some of you all may just care about aesthetics. I get it. Who don't want to look good? I get that. But what about overall health? You know how easy it is for me to bring my groceries upstairs? I'm talking, I fill these two things up. Here's one. I fill them up with groceries, and I'm able to carry one on each shoulder like it's nothing. Why? Because I do carries. I do kettlebell carries. I lift heavy. I try to fix any kind of muscular imbalances I see. And so that's why, this probably won't be my last time talking about it, just being honest, but this is why you'll hear me go on these rants, because this space is more than just about aesthetics. It's more than just about I lost weight, so let me help you. It is really, the science behind it matters. Knowing about the anatomy matters. Biomechanics matter. And so that's why I get so frustrated sometimes, because I'm like, why would you ever have your client do this? Why do you have your client start off doing back squats if they've never ever worked out before? Like, why would you ever do this? So yeah, on that note, I actually didn't want to really talk about it now, but it just kind of is a segue anyway. I have been working on something for so long, and I finally found the correct platform that I want to do it on. I'm planning to roll out a program later this year. It's really, I'm starting from scratch. I was like, let me scratch everything, just start brand new. I often get inquiries for people who want to work with me. I no longer really train in person. I have one in-person client right now. Everyone else is either virtual or online coaching. And while I do miss in person, because like it's probably my favorite way of training, of coaching. We build a rapport. It's a good time. Very hands-on. I really enjoy it. But not everyone can afford to train with me. And in my personal opinion, my rates are very reasonable actually, because I care more about helping than I do about trying to live this crazy lifestyle, although I still have to pay my bills. With the program, obviously if you just worry about aesthetics, you can still do it because there will be aesthetic changes that you'll be able to see throughout the program. But I feel like it's really going to be curated for people who really want to learn, who want to understand what they're doing, because I want you to become self-sufficient. I want you to be able to walk into a gym confidently, knowing what to use, what machines do what, why you're doing the machine, and things like that. I'm really excited about it. I'm not going to try to talk anymore about it until it's a lot closer to being done and the time that I want to roll it out. I hope you guys are interested. If you are, then yay. If not, then still yay. Thank you for being here regardless. I'm ready to put the education back into fitness. While there are other coaches and trainers that I see who are big on educating, who aren't just here for the aesthetics and things like that, there's just such a large crowd that sometimes it can be overwhelming in the space for me as a coach to try to get my voice heard when everybody just wants to look, they just want to see things, they just want to see instead of like actually hearing or understanding the educational portion of things. I definitely did not mean to go on this rant this morning. My bad. One other thing about the program. I do plan to roll out 2 different ones, but one is going to be done first and the other one is going to come up after it because I just really want to take my time with them. One is going to be for beginners, like we're starting basics and working our way up over weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and hopefully months. There'll be demo videos. I'll talk about ankle mobility, meal guidance. Please remember, trainers are not certified to give you meal plans. That is left to nutritionists and registered dietitians. But we can help with nutritional guidance, meal ideas, there's other things. Demos on like how to brace, how to breathe, all those different things are going to be included. And then the second program, and this one is going to be geared towards like fat loss, getting stronger, and putting on some muscle mass. Then the second program will include mostly strength and then plyometrics. If you're looking to get more athletic or just like being able to move better, move well, then that'll be that program. And then I feel like I'll just continue to build off of that to incorporate different things and different programs along the way. But it'll also have like a group, so you'll have availability to like talk to other people within the group as well. I'll be in the group for motivation, for support, to answer questions, things like that. So I really wanted it to be like community build, whole group for that. So that is in the works right now, and I don't typically like to talk about things prematurely or before they're done, but here we are. There's that. One other thing, and then I'm going to head out and leave, because I know this is, again, a very long intro, kind of like last week's video. I wanted to see you guys notice the last few weeks where I've been traveling or I've been working out at different places. For the most part, you guys have seen me do the exact same workouts, the exact same lifts over and over and over, despite me being in different locations or not having a specific gym that I'm going to right now. I might have to change from a cable to a dumbbell. I might have to change from a dumbbell to a kettlebell, but I'm still pretty much getting the same movements in. It is so important. So important to have a program to stick to something so you get stronger in those movements. You know that everybody used to say like, you gotta switch to confuse the muscles. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stick it out. I'm done talking. Let's go get this working. I want to say good morning so badly because I always say good morning, but it is 2:32 p.m. Central Time, darn near 3 o'clock. Today is Sunday, right? So I think we all know what that means. I run on Sundays. Again, it's 2:32. Well, now it's 2:33 p.m. I look like this. I haven't run yet, y'all. I haven't. I very much so slept in today. Almost every single day throughout the week, I'm up 4:30, 4:15, sometimes 3 something, sometimes 5 o'clock. I slept in this morning. I just wanted to, I needed to, and I did. And now I'm dealing with the consequences of my actions because I don't feel like going to the run. And I think we both also know that like this means I'm not running outside. I'm literally not gonna run outside. Now 2:34 p.m. I'm just not. So it's a treadmill run today. And on top of that, it's 5 miles. Running is crazy. Absolutely insane, because what do you mean 5 miles? Like, I don't even know, like, what do you mean? I can't even find the app. Where are you? So this week, week 31. I'm running a total of, let me see, today is 5 and Wednesday is 3.5, 8.5 miles this week, which is a half mile more than I did last week. Today, they are gauging for me to complete this run in anywhere between an hour and 20 minutes. I did go back and find data on the last time I ran 5 miles, which was on the treadmill. And I ran that in an hour and 15 minutes and 59 seconds. And here is the proof. Now, this was also at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Wow, and this was back on March 26th, so some months ago. I don't know what it's given today. I was averaging, 13 minutes and change, 13 minutes and change, 15 minutes and change, 15 minutes and change, 16 minutes and change. Let's see what I can do today. I don't have high hopes, honestly, because again, it's later in the evening. Y'all know I'm a morning person when it comes to my workouts. Later in the day ones just don't always click for me very well, but I will give it all that I have. Confused, and let's talk about it. So I successfully ran the 5 miles. Also, I'm still having trouble with the Runner app. It's very much so confusing me, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Still, I feel fine right now. I don't feel exhausted. I don't feel taxed. I feel fine. I don't really feel like my cardiovascular system or respiratory system was taxed that much. Like, I could have ran another maybe mile or 2. It was more so the muscular endurance that was needed. My legs started to feel kind of heavy after 3.5 miles, but it wasn't like unbearable. They didn't feel like bricks. They just felt heavier than normal. Like, I don't feel exhausted. Like, am I all right? What is this? I wish outside felt like this. Then y'all wouldn't hear me complain nearly as much as I do about running outside. If it felt like the treadmill, if it felt like the cool air, if it felt like that, oh babes, I might just really be turned to a runner for real. Like, oh my goodness. So here are some wins. Well, I pretty much ran the first, was it 2.5? I want to say it was the first 3 miles. And I took a second to just kind of like dab my face with my towel and drink some water and electrolytes. And then I ran the next 2 miles. However, there was more walking and running. I also didn't realize I had got up to 15 minutes for my last mile. I thought I was still doing good. I was looking at my watch. I was like, oh, I'm still pacing 13 minutes for every single lap. Not the case. Absolutely not the case. However, I did run the 5 miles 5 minutes and 32 seconds quicker than I did the last time that I ran 5 miles on the treadmill. So that was definitely an improvement. I'm actually going to try to put this on the screen. Last time was 13 minutes and change, 13 minutes and change, 15 minutes and change, 15 minutes and change, 16 minutes and change. This time, however, it was 13 minutes and change, really 13 minutes and 6 seconds. 13 minutes and change, 13 minutes and change, 14 minutes and change, 15 minutes and change. And my heart rate improved as well. So basically, there were more improvements than just my time, my heart rate. My average heart rate before was 163 beats per minute. This time, it was 149 beats per minute, which is such a improvement and such a decrease that should not be overlooked. Heart rate is very important, especially when it comes to running. It's important anytime that you're doing anything, or even when you're resting, your heart rate is important. There are different zones you should be in. Well, not necessarily zones, there's different like ranges you should be in, whether you're resting or active. But to see that much of a decrease is a little mind-blowing to me. I also burnt less calories, not significantly less, but that tells me that I am improving on different levels. Not only am I getting quicker, I'm more efficient during my runs. I'm breathing better. My cadence was faster. I'm able to keep my heart rate down in a lower zone for more of the run. It was a conversational run, so I wanted my heart rate to be, pretty decent. I'll see y'all later. It's 4:22 a.m. There's lots to catch up on but only some that we'll talk about right now, because I am dressed, as you see, for the gym. It's a strength training day. It's a high carb day. I'm excited. I got really good sleep last night. My alarm wasn't set to go off until 3:50, but I woke up at like 3:15 and I've been up. This is what happens when I go to bed on time. Yesterday, okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. While I'm training for and up to my 10K, plyometrics will have to take a back seat, unfortunately, because now I'm upping my mileage. You're talking about 5-mile runs, 6-mile runs. This thing says something about a 7.5 and 9-mile run. What are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? On Runner. I'm using Runner app. What are you talking about? But this isn't the same thing as me doing 2 miles, 3 miles, where it's easier for me to recover. I'm needing more time for recovery. When I woke up yesterday, I was like, absolutely not. There's no way I'm doing anybody jumps, anybody lateral bounds. Like, I'm just not. I chose to listen to my body. So I did walk for 60 minutes on the treadmill, but that was quite literally all the physical activity I did yesterday. I did go for actually a teeny walk in the evening just to make sure I got my steps in. But today I'm training posterior. This morning, so all right, I'm not the biggest fan of oatmeal, but I will eat it. I actually have, I think, 2 packs, like 2 boxes of oatmeal in my cabinet. So this morning, especially since I have enough time to eat it before I go, I'm gonna eat a bowl of oatmeal and a banana just to up my carbs this morning. Definitely think it'll help with my lift. Now, this is really weird. Probably most people don't do it like this, and that's okay. When I was eating oatmeal, like regularly, mostly in my college days, I don't like it soupy. I don't like it watery. I like it stuck together. Like, it could almost be a granola bar. That is how I like my oatmeal. Yikes. I like it very, very sticky, very, I don't like it any other way. The other texture when it's soupy, oh my goodness, I can't do anything with that. I literally can't. No, thank you. Vest on. You know what that means. Transparency moment. I don't feel like running. I don't feel like doing anything. I feel like being in my bed. I don't feel like it. It's currently 6:15 a.m. I got up at 4 something, showered, got ready. Well, I didn't have my vest on. I just put the vest on. I had a 5 a.m. client. Session completed, went amazing. And now we're gonna go for a run. It says it should take me anywhere between 45 minutes and 55 minutes. That's what it's saying. But just, again, being honest, I don't know what this is giving. I just don't. I want to go back to bed. And I was asleep, I think, by 9 last night. So I got decent sleep, but I just want to be in my bed. We gotta talk later. Either later today or tomorrow we talking. We chit-chatting. We got some things to talk about. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all outside, actually. Y'all, it's definitely giving walk this morning. I don't even know. I mean, maybe, just maybe I might do a little in a few, but normally I would give myself some like motivational talk and say push through, but I'm listening to my body today. I don't know if I got this in me, y'all. But we'll see. Good morning, happy Thursday. We are lifting today. I was gonna say posterior chain, but that is not correct. Anterior chain. I do plan to record, but y'all, okay, so maybe I forgot that I did like oatmeal because I have a new obsession. Yesterday, when I showed you those strawberries, they hit. Look at this, maple brown sugar. All right, so first, actually, the oatmeal isn't the cleanest oatmeal. It's the packets, the HEB protein, instant oatmeal, maple syrup. Okay, that's what I'm having. But the strawberries and the blueberries, oh my goodness. It's better than it was with the banana, but trust and believe when I get more banana, I'm gonna have all 3 in here because yum, 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 yum. Thankfully I'll be getting in a 5 a.m. workout, or like 5:30 a.m. workout. So I need to finish doing a few things, pack up my stuff, and I'll see y'all at the gym. Good morning. Obviously, I'm back home. Today's lift went so amazingly well. I'm filled with so much gratitude. I love when my lifts are good. Like, I love when I love my lifts. And today was one of those days. But we have some things to talk about, some catching up to do. We might as well start here, okay? The oatmeal. The oatmeal has me in a chokehold, y'all. I thought about it all day yesterday. The oatmeal plus the strawberry combo. And then today added in the blueberries. Oh my goodness. Now, on lifting days, I will have to double. Well, I don't have to, but I want to double the oatmeal. So 2 packets instead of 1, because I thought I was done squatting. Not even done, actually mid squats. I was like, I'm hungry. I want some more carbs. So I think going forward on lifting days, I'm gonna double the packet. Yesterday, which is normally a moderate carb day, just kind of depending on how many miles I run. But yesterday was supposed to be like a moderate-ish carb day. And because I end up walking mostly instead of running, it turned into a low carb day. When I tell you I was craving some more oatmeal, but because of my macros and what I had already kind of scheduled out to eat, another packet of oatmeal did not fit in there. I thought about it all day long. I'm really surprised I didn't dream about oatmeal last night. I guess we should move forward with other things, huh? It has been so long since I've done bike sprints. Sprints tax the body differently than long distance runs. So when I tell you those sprints got me, I had planned to do 5 sets of 30-second sprints with about 1.5 to 2 minute rest in between. Y'all, what? I made it to 20 seconds the first time. Everything else was 15 seconds. It's been like close to 2 years since I've done bike sprints, and it shows. It absolutely shows. And I think once I'm done training and have completed my 10K, I might get back to running sprints. You know, I don't even know. I'll deal with that program when I get there. But y'all, I was winded. You hear me? Winded. I think I want to start with the 2 questions I got. I'm going to answer those. And then we're going to go into reflecting on how July went and what my August goals are. So I made a short the other day and I had some questions about it. So I mentioned the fact that I train now for performance more so than aesthetics. Don't get me wrong. Like, how my physique look, how it's coming together is very much so still a thought. Like, it still matters to me, but I'm so much more focused on performance. And when I say that, I mean the way I train, how I execute movements, and how it plays over into my daily life. I think we're in a space, in the fitness space in society's fitness perspective, of where aesthetics equate to health. And the more aesthetically pleasing your body looks, the healthier you are. When the two are not necessarily, what is the word I'm looking for? The two are not necessarily, oh my goodness, I cannot think of the word I need to say. I want to say, I can't even pull it out of my word bank. They're not one and the same. Aesthetics does not equal health. And one of my reasons of saying that is, how often do you see people throwing back 2-3 protein shakes a day instead of getting their food from Whole Foods? Gut health is important. The supplements, a lot of these supplements we're using aren't that great for us. And someone who genetics kind of like work in their favor, they can sometimes go and eat fast food and still hold up a physique, especially if they're on the younger side, in their 18, 19, 20 range, 20, 25, like, it's possible for sure. But aesthetics does not necessarily equal health, because we're also talking about not just how much weight you can move, but like your heart health, your respiratory system. I even have witnessed people leave out of the gym and go vape or go smoke, which obviously isn't good for the respiratory system. And quite possibly they may be considered unhealthy if they were to go to a doctor and have x-rays and things done on their lungs or whatnot. So aesthetics does not equate to health necessarily. And y'all have seen, especially more in my recent programming, I am including plyometrics, I'm including kind of distance running, just depending on who you ask, but to me it's distance running, as well as strength training for both hypertrophy and for strength. And I had some aerial classes in there, but y'all know that's up in the air right now. Anyways, when I say I'm training for performance, it's not just about going into the gym and working on muscle groups. And that's why y'all don't see me say, oh, today I'm hitting quads and glutes, or I'm hitting shoulders and arms, because when you listen to that, that sounds like something that a bodybuilder would say. And bodybuilders train to aesthetically look pleasing. Like, that's literally what they do. The point is to get on stage and have the best physique. It isn't necessarily about how healthy they are. I see a lot of working out based on muscle groups, and I prefer to work out based on movement patterns. Squat, push, pull, hinge, lunge, carries, like things that actually translate over into what I do on a daily basis. When it comes to plyo, am I becoming more explosive? And with plyo, what's so, I think, incredible about it, as we get older, our balance, our stability, our ability to react to outside forces or to missing a step, it changes. A lot of the ability to kind of like catch ourselves and our reactions and our reflexes slow down. Plyo helps with that. It helps to strengthen the tendons in your lower leg. It also helps to strengthen the tendons in your wrist, depending on what movements you're doing. So I'm not training for just right now, I'm training for my future as well. I make sure to move in different directions, not just in the sagittal plane, which is like, think about walking lunges, like walking, like those are all done in the sagittal plane. You guys will also see me do like lateral lunges. You'll also see me focus on doing unilateral work sometimes as well. Also, I often see people training partial range of motion, which is sometimes necessary, but at other times it seems like every single set or every single time that exercise is displayed, people are doing quarter reps and they're worried just about the pump, just about the burn, when it's so much bigger than that. And I'm not constantly trying to think about other people. Like, yes, it's about me, but I'm also here to educate. And I see a lot of these things on a daily basis, whether it's coming across my feed or if it's in person at the gym. And so that's why I want to speak on it. And for me, it's important to build a well-rounded program so that performance is there, but also aesthetics as well. Because with a well-built program, the aesthetics are going to come with it. And I think I've been proof of that, as you guys can see over the weeks. And one last thing on this subject, what I also notice is when a lot of people train in a body build style, so they say they have chest and shoulders one day, they have back and buys another day, they have glutes and hammies another day, they end up really overworking certain groups more so than they do others, as well as not training in both the horizontal and the vertical pathways. Lower back tends to get overlooked as well. I could go on and on and on. I'm just gonna stop right here. But that's what I mean when I say I'm training for performance. I'm training all around how well am I executing the movements that I'm doing. Am I just rushing through them? Am I just worried about a pump? How well am I progressing? How are my jumps looking? How's form? Like, all of these things really truly do matter. Yeah, I know I could be long-winded. So let's move on to talking about fiber. That was the other question I got. How can you, or how have I increased my fiber intake? For me, it's been mainly through fruits and vegetables. I'm not a huge fan of beans. Well, actually, you know what? I'll go on a list of different sources of fiber in a second. But for me, it's really been increasing my fruits and vegetables. You guys have seen how my plates, especially in the morning, like for my second-ish breakfast, just depending on the day, how they're a lot more colorful. Even sometimes adding in leafy greens like into my eggs. Like, I think last week I had arugula. When y'all remember when I could not get arugula out? Like, it was like, I know how to say this word, but I literally could not form the word. Couldn't form what I needed to form to say it. But arugula, spinach, yeah, for me that's mainly where it comes from. Now, other sources of fiber, you have your chickpeas, you have your lentils, beans, chia seeds, like I said, fruits and vegetables, especially like berries and broccoli and string beans, quinoa, nuts. The list goes on and on and on. Honestly, it's very Googleable, but for me, it's definitely in my fruits and my vegetables and just increasing my intake. Also, some people may try to rely on fiber supplements. Personally, I think try to get a Whole Foods if you can, and also gradually increase your intake of fiber, because too quickly, if you start to increase fiber too quickly, it could result in like bloating and things like that. But fiber is amazing for digestion, which helps with bloating. It helps to get those bowel movements out. It helps to stay regular, which is perfect for gut health. Fiber also helps you to stay fuller longer. So that's my take when it comes to increasing fiber. Now, let's talk about how July went and how we expect for August to go and what I'm looking forward to. So, the phone is back here, okay. I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember everything that I have written down as my goals for July. I know 2 of them, but the third one I cannot quite put my finger on, and I was lazy and I did not go back and look at the video, and I erased it out of my notes, so I don't even remember. I do wanna say, getting 8 to really 12, somewhere in there, 1,000 steps per day has really become second nature. Ever since I did the 30 for 30 in June, I can see the difference in getting up and getting that movement in throughout the day. Sometimes I knock most of it out earlier in the day, then I still make a conscious decision to get up and do things around the house, to go for a walk, to go to the mailbox, just to get in some more steps. But it really feels like a part of my lifestyle now. It's not something I have to consciously think about, especially if I'm going for those 30 to 60-minute walks earlier in the day or before my workout. Getting in more movement throughout the day just kind of feels natural. It's like, oh, I need to be up, I need to be moving around, I need to be doing this. So I'm really glad I'm at that space with it, where it doesn't feel like a chore. It just feels like part of my day, and I look forward to looking at the end of the day to see how many steps do I have. Okay, so now I actually have my notes over here about what my July goals were. I know 2 of them. I don't know what the other one is. So 8 wide grip pull-ups. Hopefully see the scale drop to 178. And then I don't remember the other one. But I think it had to do with like my running, like just getting into my 10K training. Anyways, 8 wide grip, no. I'm at 7. Still at 7. Still at 7. Which, okay, that's fine. 178. I have not broken 180 yet. My lowest so far is 180.7, I believe. So I did not hit that goal either. And then when it comes to running, I have been getting my runs in. Obviously, this week was the first time where the run was more of a walk than a run. But otherwise, the other 4 runs I completed. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. Running outside is extremely tough for me. Extremely tough. Either way, I'm really satisfied with July as a whole. Even with traveling some and still getting in movement, I did what I could and I feel good. Now for August, this is what I really want to concentrate on. Getting 7+ hours of sleep every single night. I don't really have an excuse. Like, I literally have 0 excuse of why that's not possible for me. Yes, my mornings start early, but I can go to bed at 8:30 if I need to. I've done it before. I could do it again. So I really want to hone on the recovery portion of things and getting enough sleep in August. I would love for that to become kind of like how the steps are, where it's just what I do. It's just how I live my life versus having to think about it. I also want to get back into tracking my macros more closely. Like, I've still been tracking them, but there are days I will miss, or days where I will kind of like just say, oh, like this is 5 ounces here, this is this, but I don't actually go and put it in my fitness pal. So I just really want to track every single day, like no matter what. Fully, like completely. Anything that I consume, it needs to be tracked. So I just want to hone in on that. I did recalculate my macros for August. Now that I reached 180, which I could have probably did this a few pounds ago, but I recalculated all of my macros and my calories to see where I should be at. So I'm really excited to be following those numbers. And then I guess the third thing is just to see this 10K training through. That's my only other thing. Like, I don't want to add too much. I don't want it to be too many check marks. Oh, I need to do this, and this every single day. To me, that's a bit much. I just need a few things to concentrate on. I'm so excited for August. Ooh. As you guys probably already know, I'm rooting for you, each and every one of you guys. I'm rooting for you on your journey. I need to do better, I guess, at promoting myself. If you're interested in online coaching, or if you're interested in virtual training, I do offer both of those services. The link is in my description. And yeah, I love y'all, and I'll see you in week 32.